Well, the people here at a watch party that I'm at think that Trump is winning so far. We're here outside of El Salvador Restaurant on South Broadway Street. This is where members of the Baltimore City Republican Party Central Committee are gathered right now watching that debate go on. Take a look at how things looked inside earlier. About a dozen or so people showed up for the watch party. This is the second debate for Trump this election cycle, but his first against Kamala Harris. We actually spoke with Tom Kennedy. He's the chairman of the Baltimore City Republican Central Committee. Take a listen to what he had to say about things.
Trump is doing a great job. I think Kamala Harris is looking pretty strong. I mean, she's obviously prepared. She knows some of the issues. A little surprising, but I think all in all, it's a good debate. I think we're very happy that he is focused, that he is does not interrupt. There was some concern that that might happen. He's listening and he's responding. He's responding to the questions. Kamala Harris has been all over the board, not really responsive. But we're the group that we're with are very happy with Trump.
Now, another watch party put on by several HBCU alumni is underway at La Familia Soundstage on Guilford Avenue. They say while they're looking for both candidates to lay out their plans to make America better, people we've spoke to said that they say so far they're more excited about VP Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. Take a listen.
I think that Vice President Harris is doing wonderful. She's answering the questions based on her experience, based on what she knows as fact, and she's sharing her policy priorities.
Well, right now, I believe Kamala Harris is doing very well. I think she's clearly articulating her plan for the country, try to unite the country. And former President Trump, he's speaking on his talking points, and I think he's staying true to his talking points. So I think that's how it's going right now.
Now we're going to head back in and continue to monitor the debate and have all of the big moments in reaction from the second half of this debate coming up at 11 over on TV 11. Reporting live in East Baltimore, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.